between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bills have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Well, Matt Breida actually had the fastest play of 2019, hitting 22.3 miles an hour on an 83-yard touchdown run, and he was moving here too. Once again, they run with Breida on first down, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Jets.
On first down, here's Breida. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That is caught. It's Perriman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, 1918.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. ninth play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? This is Breida. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They get this out left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Here's Breida. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
57, Mike, 57.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing...
And how about this? A fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Jets 14, Bills 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw again. Allen eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 33 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light thing. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
What a play!
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Yeah, we dominate
Dawson
today.
Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have broken the tie. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run again with Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Given 10 yards there and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
It's sad they pay me. I'll do this for free.
All the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Rolling to his right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's good. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, 37 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Vernon Butler gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. A.J. Epinesa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Down right around the 25. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They run with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. That's complete right around the 8. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on.
It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now it's Breida. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run forward with Breida and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion help